Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ann and this is All the Budgeting. On this channel, I do paycheck cash stuffings, side hustle cash stuffings, cash condensings, budget with me's, and then I always close out my budget every month, which includes a net worth calculation. So if that is interesting to you, I do hope that you consider sticking around, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of those things. Yeah. Okay, so for today's video, I'm doing a budget with me for my first paycheck in May. Kind of hard to believe we're already in May. This year is kind of flying by. Okay, so let's take a look. So first, I always like to start with rollover. Okay, so I have a little bit of rollover. I have $40 in cash, and then I had more in my checking account. So that'll come out of the money that I'm gonna ask the teller for it. But I do have some singles. I have no fives today, but I do have some singles, and so I'm gonna add that to my $1 savings challenge. All right, so let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 singles. And so that'll be the rest of this line plus 1. So let's just do this one. I hope you're all having a good week. I am exhausted. It's Friday evening, early evening. I was downtown all day today attending a training. I live about, I think it's like 45-ish miles from downtown Chicago. I'm in the suburbs, and so it's about, I take the train, I take the just commuter train downtown, and it's about a 90-minute commute door to door, driving to the train station and then taking the train. And that is if I get an express train. My train home was not an express. I could have waited like 30 minutes and done an express train, but I felt like getting home sooner. So, it made like every single stop along the way. So it was, I think it was a little bit more than an hour actually. So I'm tired. It was a great training. I'm glad I went. I was happy for the opportunity to go. We haven't, had a lot of training in person since COVID. Like we're just starting to get back into in-person training. So it was nice, and I got to, meet some new people and all of that. But I used to have to do that all the time. There was a point where I was going downtown every single day. Now I wasn't living as far out as I do now, but since being where I am now, there was a point that I was going into the office like 2-3 days a week. You get used to it, I guess, but it's gonna be an early night, I think, for me. It's not like I even had to leave like early. I really didn't, but yeah, anyway. Okie doke. So first paycheck in May. So my paycheck was $3,952. I had $76 in rollover, so $40 in cash, $36 in my checking account, left over from, things like if bills came in less than I budgeted, gas, that kind of thing. So my total income is $4,028. I didn't add it in here, and I don't know, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna work this, but I'm also taking out, I cashed in $25 from Ibotta. If you don't use Ibotta, you should, but it is a grocery cash app. cashback app, I should say. So you add in deals to the store that you're going to shop in, and then when you get those items, you scan your receipt and you get the cash back. So there is a referral link in my description to Ibotta and a bunch of other cashback apps that I use. So if you don't use them, I would really recommend you do, because it's basically money that you're leaving on the table if you don't. It's just cash back for stuff that you were going to buy anyway. So why not? So yeah, so $25. So I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'm not too concerned about it, but what I'm doing with cashback app is I'm putting it aside and I'm letting it accumulate, and then I'm going to stuff the money into a 52 envelope challenge. So I want to let it, beef up a little bit to make it an interesting video to watch. If I'm just stuffing 1 or 2 envelopes, I don't think that's too exciting, but so that's what I'm gonna do with that money. So it's not being added to a sinking fund or anything like that. So yeah, I'll figure all that out. But I did just want to mention that more specifically to make you aware that it is out there if you haven't heard of it. Okay, so breaking down the bills that come out of this paycheck. So if you're new here, I do get paid twice a month. I'm salaried, and so all of my bills are split between my 2 paychecks. So this paycheck, I am paying my electric bill, ComEd, my Comcast, and this includes cable, internet, and home security. And I say this every time. I know I could probably work out, I'm in a contract with them now, but I know I could probably do the whole separate streaming, and I don't know, it's just kind of exhausting to try and figure out. But I know that that's high. Okay, $80 for water garbage collection, $160 to my homeowner association, $125 to Verizon for my cell phone, $110 for my gas bill, $22 to Sirius. You know what? Somebody commented that they were able to get that down. I keep meaning to do that. So I'll have to look into getting that reduced. I do use it all the time, especially in my car. So, although I've been listening to the app more, so I don't know if there's a way if I can go just streaming. I don't know. I'll look into that. $100 a month to my church. There is an automatic weekly withdrawal, so it's just kind of, and then there's a couple of additional donations. But yeah, so I just budget $100 for the whole month. $26 between Netflix and Paramount, $21 for my pet insurance, $100 for gas. The bulk of my bankruptcy payment comes out of this paycheck, and then I make up the rest in my second before it's due. So out of this paycheck, $1,645. $25 to my medical debt, $10 to Planet Fitness, $165 for my cleaning service, and I have about a $54 in buffer. And so that equals $3,028 out of my bills, which is going to leave me $1,000 to stuff. And then if we go to the second page, my spending revolving funds, those are staying about the same. $300 for groceries, $200 for spending. I get 2 weeks out of each paycheck. So that is for the 2-week period. $100 for my hair, $50 for emergency, $60 for health, and then $50 for extra week. So that is $760 in my spending revolving funds, leaving me $240 for my sinking funds. Now, $120 is going to extra debt, and this is so exciting. I am paying off that AC unit next week. I got my payoff quote, and between what I have in my envelope plus this $120, I'll need just like $300 more, which I will make that up in my next paycheck. So I have, because my like my bankruptcy payment, right, which is a lot of money, that doesn't get paid until the end of the month. So that money is going to sit there. So I'm going to, like I said, have it, and then I'll be able to make up that extra it's like almost, yeah, I don't know what it is. I forget. It's under 400. It's like, I think it's around 300. But I'll be able to make that up in my next paycheck, because that's when my payment would normally come out, which is about 270, plus I have about 195 extra. So I'll be more than able to make up what I'm taking from that bankruptcy payment as kind of a loan. So yeah, super exciting. That's going to be gone. So that is getting the bulk of the money in my sinking funds. And then I have $10 going to most of my priority one envelopes. I have 15 going to subscriptions, and then I have $5 going to every other envelope. And so that is leaving me $240. So that is the breakdown. So now let's figure out the denominations to ask for. And so I'm going to figure out all the denominations, make sure it equals 1,000, and then just reduce it by 220s for, actually doing the cash breakdown. Okie doke. So groceries, I do 2 $100 bills and 2 50s. For spending, $200, I do that all in 20s, so that is 10 20s. My hair, right, yep, that's 100, and we just do a $100 bill here. Emergency is 50. Health is 60, so a 50 and a 10. Extra week is 50. Extra debt, so that'll be a $100 bill and a 20. Okay, then home maintenance, 10, home improvement 10. These are all getting 10. Then we have subscriptions, that's getting a 10 and a 5. And then the rest of these are all 5s. Okay, so let's just total these up. So 100s, I have 2, 3, 4. 50s, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20s, I have 10, 11. 10s, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s. And then 5s, on this page I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 5s. All right, let me just lasso this. And paste it here. Okay, and then I have 4 more 5s. Oops. 4 more 5s here. Okay, and so I'm gonna erase that 8, and that'll be 12 5s. All right, so first I'm gonna total this up, make sure it equals $1,000. So 400. 5 50s is 250, 11 20s is 220, 7 10s is 70, and 12 5s is 60. All right, fingers crossed. I sometimes get this wrong. So 400 plus 250 plus 220 plus 70 plus 60 is 1,000. Yay. Okay, but I have 2 20s here, so I am going to reduce the 20s that I need to 9, and so that's 180. Okay, and so but I think I will add that 20 and a 5. Okay. So 4 100s, 5 50s, so 9 20s, but I think I will add the 10th for that 25 from Ibotta. So 10 20s now, which is 200, 7 10s, which is 70, and then it would be 13 5s because it's 25. So 13 5s, so that's 65. So now if I total this up, I should have what, 985, right? Because 1000 minus 40 is 960 plus 25 is 85. So, or 985, I should say. So 400 plus 250 plus 200 plus 70 plus 65 is 985. Yep. All right, so I will go to the bank in the morning and I will withdraw that money, and then I will film the stuffing of this money. So yeah, so that'll come at you next. All right, that is it for today's video. Thanks everyone. I hope you're having a great week. Bye.